Are you with the father of your child? Married currently?
Actually, yes.
So you're telling the truth that you're with the father of your child currently married?
No, I'm currently married, but I'm not with the father of my child. But he did just pick her up and drop her off.
Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. So there's a question that I have for you guys. Can you tell if a woman is a single mom by the way she talks?
In totality has failed. But to your point about nature and the state of nature, you use strange terms like raw dog reality. I imagine you probably got raw dog, which would have made you a single mother. And I don't need
You assume I'm a single mother. What makes me a single mother?
Your attitude, but let me finish
No. What makes me a single mother, Saint?
We warned you earlier about cutting off and interrupting, and I see that you're doing it again. And
so you can bully and not actually have a conversation, right?
You're cutting off again. You see, you've been warned 4 times. Did I interrupt you while you were talking?
I'm not going to let you sit up here and just say
Did I interrupt you while you were talking?
What makes me a single mother?
Did I interrupt
my attitude makes me a single mother? Does my attitude, does my attitude make me a single mother?
Based on how she talks, do you guys think that she is a single mom? So make sure you guys comment down below. Let's get back into it.
Child, we've tried to establish a civilized debate here. When you were talking,
saying random things like that does not quantify debate.
When you were talking,
what makes me a single mother, Saint?
When it's her turn to talk, right? He let her talk. Then why can't you do the same thing? Just because you don't agree with something that the person said, just let the person finish, and then you can say whatever that you have to say. But let's get back into it.
No, you can't make a claim and then not expound on it.
And I said, do you?
What makes me a single mother?
I asked, do you yield the floor to make sure I didn't cut you off? I showed you utter respect. Even though you're not a respectable person, I showed you respect. And when you were talking, I didn't speak. And then when I thought you were done, I still didn't go out there, except that I asked you, I said,
what makes me a single mother? What makes me a single mother?
So hurt that you can't be civil. How could you purport to be a leader?
This is a question, sir.
You can't even lead yourself. You're so angry. You're so mad.
Sir, what makes me a single mother?
It's not your turn.
All you have to do is ask. You can't make baseless claims.
Now, folks, sadly I had to mute, and I really didn't want to do that because I want everyone to have the chance to operate as adults. But as you see, she was speaking. I didn't cut her off one time. When she was finished, I said, do you yield the floor, which permitted me to speak. Now that I'm talking, she's so angry that she can't contain herself, and she's interrupting me for the 5th time. This speaks to her character. It's like, how can we have a debate if she's so angry she has no self-control? It's a clear indication that something's wrong.
So now, you know what I think? If she wasn't a single mom, right? If she wasn't a single mom, I don't think she would have a problem with when he said that she is a single mom, she's acting like one, or she's behaving like one, right? If she wasn't a single mom, I don't think she would say anything. She would just let it go. But based on her answers, based on how she reacted, you can tell she probably is a single mom. Let's get into it.
Major Mind and Soul said, if in nature men chase women and not the other way around, what is a groupie?
Right. I'm going to school her right now. So first off,
Jay the Sinner said mismatch.
Oh yeah, this is easy work. She can't even control herself. She's behaving like a toddler. This is easy work. This is easy work. Let me finish obliterating her. So number 1, she speaks of a state of nature. She called it raw dog reality, which is comical. That she's speaking about her past sexual experiences. In terms of raw dog reality, as she calls it, which is a state of nature, she says that the female is empowered to deny the male sex. Well, this is quite comical because in a state of nature where she refers to there not being laws and government and policing, well, the female is not actually able to deny the male sex. I guess she's not watched National Geographic. Does it look like consent when it's mating season and the alpha male dominates the female that he chooses? So what you should understand about a state of nature is you don't want to be in a state of nature, love, because in a state of nature, a big mouth yours, someone would reach back and slap the taste out your mouth and you could do all of nothing. That's number one. Number two, in a state of nature, if you were attractive and I wanted to slay you and you didn't want to go for it, I just take it. That's in a state of nature. Government, police, and civilization favors the female because it protects you, because in a state of nature, you get returned to where you really are, which is called a state of weakness. And especially when you're pregnant, you're further in a state of weakness. The only time that the female is actually protected is when she has a male protector. Hence, the true value and power is clearly in the male, and you referring to the state of nature has only validated that. Now, in your emotionalism, I will yield the floor so you can get big mad and explain to me why you're not a single mother.
Okay, now this baby is a little bit too much. So you can tell that she disagree with most of the thing that he just said. So we're going to see if she can prove to him that she is not a single mom.
It's not my job to explain to you why I'm not a single mother. My question to you is, you said that I'm one, so I'm asking you what makes me one.
But I think he already answered her, right? I think he already did. He was saying based on how she couldn't listen for how she was cutting him off every time it's his turn to talk, because she doesn't like what he was saying. She keep cutting him off. So he said that's one of the reasons she probably is a single mom, but we will see.
And then I'll address everything else. But what makes me a single mother?
You yield the floor?
Yes.
Okay. Are you with the father of your child? Married currently?
Actually, yes.
So you're telling the truth that you're with the father of your child currently married?
No, I'm currently married, but I'm not with the father of my child. But he did just pick her up and drop her off. No, Saint. No, Saint. No, Saint. No, I did not lie. My husband does not live with me. We are still legally married. And he, guess what? Just dropped his daughter off here. He picked her up and took her to get her hair done. So tell me, what makes me a single mother when I have an active father in my child's life who literally just picked her up and dropped her off? Tell me what makes me a single mother. Are you saying that I must be sleeping in the same bed every night to be qualified as a attached woman? Tell me what makes me a single mother.
Well, this doesn't make sense. You have a husband and then we're living in two different houses. I think the word marriage has a different meaning for her, because this is how they live, and this is not a marriage. Legally marriage, but we're living in two different houses. Let's see what he has to say.
Ooh-wee. You yield the floor?
Yeah, go ahead.
Number one, I want you to know that though I must vanquish you in the public forum, for you are clearly a demon as far as ideology goes, I want you to know that I see through you like glass. And
no,
what I
why?
see
Because the majority.
That's why you single. You talk too much.
Saint. Listen, I am a logical person who listen. Sir, I didn't come here to deal with a toddler to you this. I want to discuss logical things, okay? Now, with this personal attack that you're trying to do.
Can you tell me why you keep yielding the floor and then you start talking over me? Every time you say you yield the floor and I start talking, you start talking over me. That is not civil. Can you explain that to me?
Because, listen, so far this entire thing has been childish up to this point.
If you have to say you're a logical person, then you're not one. Do you guys see how she said she wanted him to explain to her how she's a single mom, right? But as soon as he start saying something that she doesn't like, she started interrupting. How can you have a conversation with somebody as soon as I start saying something that you doesn't like, you cutting me off? This is just crazy.
This point, you made a claim that wasn't true. Okay, what you're trying to do is smear, okay, an image. Okay, I didn't come here for that. I actually came here because somebody said that you were logical and that this was going to be a logical discussion. But clearly that's not the case. Now, if you think name calling and all of that is, oh, I'm obliterating you, yeah, in kindergarten land, absolutely, in kindergarten land. And I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
You're not able to abide by the basic rules of decorum. You have no emotional control. You're not in a position to identify what's logical. I gave you 5 different chances to where I said, please stop interrupting. You have such a lack of emotional control. You're not in a position to lead anyone, for you cannot lead yourself. What is worse than that, I asked you a simple question and you straight away lied. I said, are you
what is the lie? What is the lie?
Everyone is going to be able to rewind this. You realize
they can rewind it. I am still legally married. I am still legally married. Okay, so me and my husband, listen.
Are you in a relationship with your husband?
No, I am not, but we are still legally married, which is a question that you asked. Are you married? Yes, I am still legally married.
Okay, so you're playing games here. So basically, when I suggest that you're a single mother, I'm suggesting that you're a single mother because I observed that you have a lack of communication skills. You are displaying a lot of masculine behaviors.
And you're not manosphere? And you're not manosphere? And you're not manosphere?
Look, I'm going to let you speak because you need to speak. You need to get something off your chest. I'm going to listen to you. Go ahead.
No, because see, at this point, this is just triangulation, right?
I'm going to listen to you. Go ahead.
This is triangulation. Okay. All right. So at the end of the day, this is not about debating points. Okay. Marital status, married legally. Okay. Filed for divorce. Divorce didn't go through. We got to refile. But he's still a parent to his child, which doesn't make me a single mother when you have an active parent, co-parent.
This doesn't make any kind of sense. I bet you she was the one that filed for divorce, right? So I want to know what you guys think about this.
Or are we playing a game about semantics with legality? What is it? You want me to be a liar because it doesn't fit your narrative, which I don't care what fits your narrative. Do you understand? Now, clearly, we didn't come here to debate what's the topic.
Just you're so out of control, and this is precisely why you are a woman that the father of your child does not want. And listen,
no, he actually wants to be with me. He didn't want me to divorce because I filed for the divorce.
And I tell you this, I'm happy to debate you, but we have to inspect the background and credentials of the persons we're talking to. You were the person who brought up that you have a degree in molecular cell biology, like we're about
that you didn't want to answer, that you didn't want me to bring up, but you want to talk about a marital status, sir. First of all, I don't even push the idea of women being with men. First of all,
you're interrupting again. Let me explain to you why this came up. You mentioned that you are a representative for women. Now, let me give you a comparison. Yes, a representative, a leader. Now, take a time out to be silent so that you might hear someone else speak other than yourself, because it extremely is narcissistic that you feel you have to be talking constantly. Many times I volunteered to stop talking so you can express yourself. Now it's my turn to explain something to you. Now, you said you're a representative of women. You're a leader of women. Fantastic. Leaders are always under scrutiny because we want to know that you are somehow better off or superior, or your thinking, philosophy, and methods have yielded greater outcomes than the average person, which gives you merit for actually teaching them. Now, understand this. If you are a woman who can't even maintain a meaningful relationship with the father of your child, you failed in romance.
Whoa, hold on. No.
You don't. No, you hold
No.
on. It's not your turn.
No, because you
hold
don't get to paint a false narrative, sir. Sir, you don't get to paint a false narrative.
No, you will get a turn. It's just not your turn now. And you should have taught your kids that to take turns. I'm going to stop talking and then you can speak. It's not your turn right now. Be silent. And guess what? When you're talking, I'm going to take my turn to be silent. All right? Now, you're trying to step out as the leader of women and you failed at marriage. Marriage is supposed to be till death do us part, and it appears you're still alive. So you failed at that. You're no example of romance. Furthermore, on a financial level, if you want to teach women, one of the most meaningful things to teach anyone in this land of opportunity is finances, and you've not excelled at that. And then if you look at education, you're just now getting a degree and you're creeping into menopause age. So you failed at that. So the fact is, you have not outperformed any average woman. So what is so narcissistic in your mind that makes you think you're up here to be a teacher of others? You are not an example of others. Your habits are very base. That's why I bring it up. And now that we got that established, I'm happy to go on to a number of debate topics that we have. But when you want to step out and say you're a leader, have some credentials. When I step out and say I'm a leader, I outperform the average man in all of the major categories that people seek success. I now yield the floor.
I want you guys to comment down below. Do you believe that she is a single mom? But according to her, she is not a single mom.